the wake of the month of August, some agitated Nigerians stormed the streets of some states and the FCT, calling for better living conditions via protest tagged #EndBadGovernance hashtag. The protest, which is targeting 10 days, had convergence of people on the first day, but witnessed low turnout on the second day, owing to the destructions experienced in some states and Mararaba area in Nasarawa State, which is very close to the FCT. Today is day three of the protest, and so far, reports in the media space indicate that protesters gathered at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in the nation's capital today, but were dispersed by security operatives. The law states that citizens have a right to protest, but that brings to mind these questions. Is protest the best way of driving one's demand, or there are better ways of addressing grievances and agitations? Can protests ever be peaceful? These are some of the questions that will be highlighted in the interview segments of Saturday Discourse today. I am Abdullah Hedja. Do stay with us. The program continues shortly. Thank you for staying tuned. Let's begin with the stories. President Bola Tinubu will address the nation in a nationwide broadcast on Sunday, August 4, 2024 at 7 a.m. Television, radio, and other electronic media outlets are enjoined to plug into the network services of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, and the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, for the broadcast. The broadcast will be repeated on the network services of the NTA and FRCN at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the same day. Chief Anjurin Glali stated this in a statement. Moving on, an atmosphere of peace, quiet, and serenity best describe the federal capital city, Abuja, with the situation seeming under control as the nationwide protests count its days. Correspondent Onotu Yakubu, who went round the city on situation update, reports that opening of business premises are sketchy with security deployments to maintain law and order. The reports.
It is day 3 since the nationwide protest tagged End Bad Governance began. But the fanfare which accompanied the August 1 takeoff of the movement seemed to have lost its finesse. Moshood Abiola National Stadium, the host venue for the Federal Capital Territory Convergence, is as free as the open sky. However, the resultant consequence leaves the Federal Capital City almost a ghost city. Sketchy traffic dots the major streets, usually busy routes such as Maitama, Bega roundabout through Utako, and other parts of the central business district. The popular Wuse market is still struggling to crawl out of its old shelf.
There was no protest, so it's already died down. The only thing is, you go around, you move about the town, you find scanty people, scanty vehicles on the streets. So a lot of us are taking it as a holiday. That's how it is.
But the liveliness of the city is not there. People are even afraid to go out. People are thinking that they will always want to close early because they think that maybe they will be like, yeah, as for yesterday, many people phones were collected on the roads. Some people, if you resist, they will stop you.
Along the satellite towns, the day 3 of the nationwide protest witnessed increased vehicular movement from Kuje to Airport Road and across most parts of the area. Marabanyanya to Kobo had increased vehicular movement than the previous days of the protest. Some markets and shops were open in Gwarimpa. However, activities remain low-key in Kubwa and Dose.
The commencement of the protest, they have not been protesting, but the Abuja have been very peaceful.
What of Airport Road?
Airport road also is also peaceful and there's no much problem.
Where there's a peace, I can say here there's peace, but peace, there is peace naturally, but within us.
From all nooks and crannies, police and securities are everywhere. But everybody is going on, taking on their daily activities.
Okada riders continue to operate with residents expressing discontent, saying they cannot continue to stay at home indefinitely. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Thank you very much, Onotsu, for giving us that situation report as at today. And at this juncture, I am being joined by one man that has been a part and parcel of the FCT. I call him the FCT stakeholder, the immediate past Commissioner Public Complaints Commission, Honorable Alhatu Ezekiel Musa, to join us while we look at the current situation and looking at amicable way of resolving some of these issues without resulting to destruction of lives and property. You're welcome to Saturday Discourse.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, well, you just watched that report. You and I today, saw what happened. That's why we're here. Well, protest is a right of every Nigerian. But how are we supposed to conduct this protest, if I may ask?
Okay, thank you, Nigerians, and thank you, NTF, for yet another platform to have this discussion. I guess people misconstrued the concept of protest. It's a guarantee of the Constitution for every individual, every citizen to protest. That word protest is simply an expression of someone's feeling, especially when it has to do with issues that did not go down well with you. So the word protest is actually not the negative word per se. The people, I understand, the people will just say, don't protest. Nobody should protest. Nobody. No, we're talking about the mode of that expression. So everybody, as a citizen of this country, have the right to express themselves. That is guaranteed by the Constitution. But what we are talking about now is the street protests that we are talking about. The street protests that Nigerians have seen it to be the only means to protest. But there are various ways to really ventilate, to really vent our anger, our displeasure over policies of government and all of that. It mustn't be on the streets. Like what happened in the FCT, some of us, the youth stakeholders, gathered and to take a decisive decision on this subject matter of the nationwide protest. First, we x-ray the processes, the organization, the procedure that we want to take in going about this protest. The nationwide protest, which is not being organized by anybody, because if we ask of the organizers, they will tell you they don't know anybody. And we sat and said, we just simply want to express what Nigerians are passing through to the constituted authority. And like I said, you can have hunger protest. People will decide not to eat food. It's a form of protest. You can have a protest where everybody will say today, nobody is going out. We should remain in our house. We should all remain in our homes just to vent, and just to show how grievant we are with some certain policies of government.
Okay.
And so the street protests, which we know going by history, that have always been hijacked, and we count losses. That was why this time around in FCT, we decided to be more organized as civilized people. We said we still want to vent our anger. We still want to express our displeasure over certain things that are happening with us in the FCT, but in a more organized manner, where we wrote to the Honorable Minister, seeking for an audience with him, for us to vent our grievances and express our displeasure on certain things that are happening to us in the FCT. And he gave us that opportunity. It was segmented. We had one in Abuja South, Abaji, Kwali, Kuje, Gwagwalada met in Kwali with the Honorable Minister. All critical stakeholders of the youth stakeholder met with him, and we vented out our grievances, and the other one was done in Buhari.
Okay, well, we saw the first day of the 10-day protest in across the country and also in the FCT. We saw hiccups. What do you think went wrong?
All these were expected. Just like I said, they were expected. When you have a gathering of people that you can't even tell of their identity, you can't even tell of whoever is leading them as leadership, and then you have different set of people, and especially in the country that is so vulnerable now with criminals looking for opportunity to just come and display whatever they have in mind. This was expected. A reason why we insisted that in the FCT, let's have a more organized, structured protest, so to say, because what happened then was still protest. You see youth coming out to vent their anger on certain policy, on what is happening to us in the FCT, the existential threat, where people are being threatened in their communities to be demolished and all of that, and a certain issue that has to do with exclusion of the youth in critical agents of government, and then talking about even the land that is being taken away from the citizens of the FCT and other residents in Nigeria, issue of insecurity, all this we have. But when you have a gathering of people coming from Mararaba, you don't even know who is leading them. Some are coming from Abattoir. They just want to join. Of course, they will hijack this thing. And then all they are looking for, because if, for instance, you have a more structured and organized place to vent your anger to government, such people will know that it's not going to be on street where you pass through banners, that they will now, somebody who was thinking to buy a phone, all this while he cannot afford iPhone. He knows where they are selling them. So in the name of protest, passing through the streets of banners, they go to the shop, loot for people's property. People who are hungry, they are looking for food. If you are passing through any warehouse, they go and loot it. So this is expected.
Okay,
so
well,
you really need to organize
you're talking
ourselves
about
as
the
youths.
structured protest. What this big question is it possible, with all you've said now, to have street protests that cannot result to probably violence, looting, destruction?
And I think when you talk about that, that's what government, I heard through the news, that is what government was even helping the youths to do. If you really want to do street protest, tell us the route you are taking. Write to us. We'll provide security to protect and guide you. That is even more structured and organized. It has happened before. Occupy Nigeria and all of that, they had, you see, music play. It was more or less a funfair, but using it to really also to really pass out message to government. So all I'm saying, in most cases, when you are on the street, the people who will listen to you are passerby. You even need to have a third party to even relate your message to government in most cases. But when you have a structured protest where government will be sitting in the other divide, and then you are seated in the other divide, you'll be able to look at what happened in the House of Rep. Though I also see that it's coming very late. A month back, I was here in the media asking government to really do an engagement with the youth groups structurally. You see you sitting, and then with the honorable speaker, they were ventilating, and he was responding. Also, the one that happened in FCT, there are issues that the minister addressed there and then, like the creation of Mandate Secretariat for the youth. There and then he created it, and he said he's going to go. So there's a lot we can do if we are more. Like in Egypt, you saw the protest that happened at Tahrir Square. They were not on the street, but they removed a sitting president. It was more organized, and then
Honorable, I think I know you always have so much to share, but I think you've been able to make a very good sense and also points for us to take home, and also be able to come out of this particular situation. Want to thank you very sincerely for coming on Saturday Discourse to share your thoughts with us. We do hope that this issue will be settled, amicably without a further, destruction of lives and property. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right, you're still watching Saturday Discourse. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, the program continues. Do stay with us.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
We celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The little station NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Thank you for staying tuned. Now, taxpayers in the FCT have been taxed on prioritizing tax compliance. The FCT IRS threw the challenge at the mid-year review briefing, where the chairman IRS FCT Haruna Abdullahi says the service collected slightly above 126 billion naira from January to June, as at mid-year revenue. Aisha Ubali reports.
It was a meeting to brief the media about the service mid-year report, which ended on a positive note, with the acting executive chairman, FCT IRS, Abdullahi Haruna, who was represented by Director Tax Operations, Anuhu, says the 2024 collection was 53.5% higher than that of 2023. Reiterating that the service is committed to boosting revenue generation with its outlook, which is in 3 stages.
Focusing on building a sustainable institutional framework and enhancing employees' capacity. The growth stage commenced in January 2024 and will last until December 2028, with the aim of achieving an annual revenue of 500 billion.
Among other crucial roles of the service is stabilizing the economy and generating revenue for the government to fund essential public services, as well as other key expectations, which include maximizing tax collection to increase government revenue and ensuring efficient tax administration by streamlining tax processes, reducing bureaucracy and fraud.
There is some organization that we have begun with the ministry department and agency that are regularly collecting information. And then thereafter, subsequently, our plan is to go down there to meet with the area councils.
The success is a clear indication of year-on-year growth. According to speakers, the service will continue to leverage on technology and efficient e-service portals in the revenue sector. In Abuja, Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
The significance of true friendship transcends time, distance, and circumstances. It is a place where individuals become authentic selves without judgments or pretense. Charity Zaka in this special report explores the benefits of friendship as the world marks International Day of Friendship.
Genuine friends lift us when we are down, celebrate our triumph, and lend a listening ear in moments of despair. Generally, in society, people become friends due to different factors. It can start at work, in school, at social events, during a business engagement, or even by accident. But worthy of note is that friendship benefits people's life in so many different ways if well cultivated and nurtured.
It's not a listen that, okay, I'm doing a friendship with this person because what I can gain with him alone, not that one. But I am making a friendship with him to see that I can touch his life, he can touch my life. So it has a two ways.
International Day of Friendship by United Nations is aimed at promoting togetherness and kindness, bringing people together. But what then are the expectations of the public from friendship?
Which type of friends are we advocating? It has to be positive friendship. Friendship that is beneficial. Friendship that brings development. Friendship that brings progress. Friendship that brings sanity.
Proverbs chapter 27 verse 17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. So you want people who are always developing you, who will tell you the truth when you need to hear it, who will speak to you words of advice and encouragement and help you just become better at every time.
Quote by Oprah Winfrey says, surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Charity Zakka, NTA News.
Our sincere apologies for the loss of audio in some parts of that report. And now moving on, after being taught and nurtured on right attitudes, norms and values as well as skills, the young graduating students of the 2023-2024 academic session of British Nigerian Academy Abuja said their goodbyes to the citadel of learning. Odiri Arutere captured the 14th graduation ceremony and the speech and prize given day. The report.
Parents, friends, and eminent personalities of the society gathered to celebrate a major milestone for the British Nigerian Academy, Abuja. The event was characterized by excitement of parents and graduating students from the citadel of learning, which, according to guests, has over the years maintained building well-rounded individuals and responsible citizens that will fit in to global society. Chairman, British Nigerian Academy, Abuja, Prince Nicholas Ukachukwu, said he established the academy to offer students an international-based curriculum which is holistic, rigorous, and stimulating.
Growing up as a young man, I didn't have access to this kind of school. You come from a very humble background where your parents have to do everything possible to make sure they see you through to school. And then somewhere along the line, you began to see things actually we wish would have happened.
Being a part of this family, bringing up young children and nurturing them in both education-wise, in the way of the Lord, and in life generally.
Because they have worked hard, all of them, and we celebrate not only academics, but even character award.
Ejiofor Johnson Chinedum, the head boy of British Nigerian Academy Abuja, emerged the overall best at the senior secondary school category of the 2023-2024 academic year.
Nigerian Academy is a wonderful school. They have shown me hospitality since the past 6 years. Anything I needed, they provided. Their academic, what they bring in the academic block is very wonderful. I'm a very big basketball guy, sports guy, and they've helped me grow since then.
When I came here, I saw something amazing. One, morale. That's the most important thing, because we know they spend more time here than at home.
Quite interestingly, you can know what the AI is talking about today. So the very young ones are so interested in social media, online platforms, and what BNA, British Nigeria Academy, has done for them.
The launching of the maiden edition of Press Club magazine of the school was quite encouraging as parents contributed towards the actualization of the Press Club. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
Still on graduation, every parent's wish is to see that their words excel at every point of their lives. This was witnessed as students of Prudential International College, Gwarimpa, graduated to the next stage of their academic life. Wayne Dogo covered the report and gives us details of the colorful graduation ceremony.
It was a vibrant and joyous occasion as parents, guardians, teachers, and pupils converged for the annual graduation ceremony of Prudential International School, Gwarimpa. Renowned for its exceptional educational standards and comprehensive curriculum, the school empowers its pupils to reach their full potential. In his remarks, School Director Patrick Ngaso emphasized the importance of nurturing productive and visionary future leaders to drive national development.
This is the 9th anniversary of this very great school, PIS, and next year will be our 10th anniversary, which we are going to celebrate it real big. And we are very sure and certain that we have given them the right foundation that is going to put them on that pedestal of success.
A total of 117 pupils graduated, comprising of 39 from the nursery session, 34 from primary, and 44 from both junior and senior secondary classes.
The school is nice, and our teachers are supportive, and the director is very helpful.
I feel very excited for this. Without this, our dear director, he showed us the good way, and my teachers.
The event provided a platform for students to showcase their exceptional skills, knowledge, and talents, honed through the guidance of their dedicated teachers.
They are very bold when they want to confront anything in front of them at any particular time.
You have the instructors, the directors, the teachers, all committed to bringing up pupils that have characters.
But Dr. Patrick, in person, have passion for education, so he do put his best in whatever he does.
Presentation of gifts and cultural performances formed the highlight of the ceremony, creating an unforgettable ambience. In Abuja, Wayne Yogo, NTA News.
The Anglican Girls' Grammar School, Abuja, Abuja, has held its 44th graduation ceremony, where aligning with global technological trends and imbibing morals took center stage. Kama reports that parents and school management testified the exceptional academic performance of their wards, demonstrating the school's successes in achieving its goals.
The Anglican Girls' Grammar School, Apogudu, Abuja, graduation ceremony marks a significant milestone for the students, parents, and school management. The school's mission to breed outstanding and morally inclined students has been achieved, according to the management.
This is the 18th set that is graduating, and the theme is New Chapter, New Adventure, which is what we believe the girls are going out to go and experience, and we are confident that they will do well.
Apart from academics, the next thing we focus on is their morals, their character, their attitude.
Outstanding students received awards and gifts. Mmesoma Esther Ezekbobe, the best graduating student, attributed her success to her mother's encouragement.
The encouragement I had from my mother, I worked really hard, yes, and with God on my side.
Guest speakers, including the Bishop, Anglican Diocese of Abuja, Reverend Henry Ndokuba, advised the graduating students not to part ways with prayers.
You will still remember those who helped you and mentored you in fellowship.
Parents at the event say they are proud of their children. The school management was encouraged to be relentless in giving the children the best of education. The Anglican Girls' Grammar School is renowned for its strict adherence to moral values and sound academic teaching.
I want to appreciate the tutors of this school, the management of this school, the teachers, because without them, my children would not have made excellent results.
They don't joke with morals. The students are trained well, that they do well in their studied endeavors.
The graduating students have been equipped to make a positive impact in society. Kama, NTA News.
Thank you for your company. This is how we call it a wrap on the program today. Be patriotic until we meet you next week on the same program. Bye for now.